Yo, 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 man. What's up with y'all? What's up? What's up? I hope y'all doing good today, man. Hope y'all feeling good. I want to give a shout out to everybody that woke up today, is able to listen to this, is able to tap in with me. You know what I mean? Who's able to come and listen to your boy for a little while, you know? But anyway, for those that know, you know what I'm saying? It's the new podcast that I'm gonna just call it rebooting because I already had a podcast before. You know, that was back in like 2017, but now it's like, I'm trying to redo this thing again. Excuse me. Redo this thing again. So man, look, we here, man. We back at it. And if y'all ain't, let me tell y'all the title of the podcast too. That's my bad. I'm slipping. It's Sunday, Brain still gotta wake up. Still gotta get me focused on what's about to go on for the week. But anyway, name of my podcast, man, this time around is Think Black. You know what I mean? I'm gonna let it soak in for a couple seconds. So when I say it again, name of my podcast is Think Black. Because at the end of the day, no matter what decisions you make or whatever situations that you got yourself in, you should always think black. Let that sink in, and y'all figure that out the best way you can. For those that know, they know. But for those that's a little bit, late to the party sometimes, it'll catch up to you. So don't even worry about it. As we go along with this thing, this little journey, y'all gonna catch up to everything. But yeah, man, Think Black, man. We here, Think Black podcast, man. Uh, I, I'm just ready to talk, man. I'm ready to like say what's on my mind. The first situation that I had, the first podcast, um, it was pretty cool. I talked about a lot of stuff. I got a lot of people to tap in, a lot of people to basically back and forth talking with me. I talk with them, things of that nature. So I'm hoping this time around is how we gonna do it again. But y'all can follow me, hopefully subscribe if y'all feeling everything I'm doing, everything I'm saying, and everything like that. I deeply appreciate that, and I thank you for the support. You know what I mean? Because without y'all supporting, I'm just talking to myself. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. But look, I'm gonna just jump right into it, man. So my first topic I want to talk about, and I'm only getting on this because I'm an advocate person to this. It's on a daily basis that I'm a part of this situation. This is why I'm going to speak my truth on it and for what I know. So this joint right here, I want to talk about SEPTA. Yep, SEPTA. Now, I don't know where you're probably listening to this from, but let me break down to you what SEPTA is. SEPTA is our transportation system that we have here in Philly. So that's our buses, our trains, and, whatever else they got their name and title on it. You know what I mean? So yeah, SEPTA, that's our transportation system that we use to travel from A to B for people that don't have cars, or people that do got cars still get on it because it saves gas. You know what I mean? But that's what I want to talk about today, man. Because I don't know wherever y'all live at, wherever y'all listening to this from, I don't know what the fee is on y'all transportation services. But ours out here in Philly is $2.50, and that's to ride one way where you have to go. And I I heard talks about they're supposed to raise it or whatever. And that's something that they do all the time, on top of going on strike every other year, because I guess on top of them getting paid about like $20 and up just to probably mop the platform that we stand on to wait for the train. They mop that and get like $20 to $25 an hour with crazy benefits and all that kind of stuff. To them, it's still just not enough. If they go to the doctor's office and the doctor say your copay is $1.50, they're like, wait, how could this possibly be? I work for SEPTA. I shouldn't pay nothing, I guess, in a certain world that we in, I guess. But that's what my whole thing is about, SEPTA. Because SEPTA is like, y'all charging us all this money. Y'all trying to charge us all this money. $2.50 to ride back and forth to where we have to go. I mean, well, one ride. You know what I mean? If you want to ride back, it's $2.50. So that's basically $5 you paying to go back and forth wherever you got to go. And God forbid you got to catch more than one situation to get where you got to go. You know what I mean? It was never like that before. I can remember at a part of life, a part of time in life when we had things called transfers. It was like these little pieces of paper that you would pay for. So like back in my time, I hate saying shit like my time, like I grew up in the damn dinosaur age or some shit. But back when life was normal, I'll put it like that. If you were, let's say you was catching a bus and you had to transfer to another bus. So what it would be if the fare was like $1 back then, because that's what it started off that cheap at one point in time, dollar and some change. So let's just say it's $1, hypothetically speaking. Let's just say it costs $1 to ride whatever transportation, and you have to get on something else. So what you would do is you'd pay that dollar plus an extra, probably like at the time, probably like a quarter, 30 cents, something like that. You know what I mean? So your fee would be $1 and then an extra like 30, 40 cent or 50 cent or whatever the number was at that time. But yeah, once you pay that whole thing, they would rip off this little piece of paper and give you a transfer. And what you would do with the transfer is you would take it to the next piece of transportation that you're getting on. And instead of repaying a whole dollar again, you're basically giving them the transfer. So technically you're just paying like 50 cents. You know what I'm saying? Because you paid $1.50 for your first ride and the 50 cent was for the pass. So basically your second ride is technically 50 cents. You know what I mean? But that's how it used to be at one point. You know what I mean? When we used to ride SEPTA. But now I guess SEPTA grew a brain and they wanted us like start charging to get on every single thing that you want to get on. But what they did do now in this new millennium, I guess, I believe it was like, I don't really pay no mind type of nonsense, but around like 2020, I want to say 2019 maybe, we got key cards now. So now we got to load up cards and stuff like that. The same kind of thing they do in New York, because they stole the idea from New York or whoever else do it. But New York was who I started seeing doing it, like just in the world. New York had passes that you could fill up the cards and you just use it as you go. And once your money run out, you just put more money on there. But that's what we have now. But my thing is with SEPTA, y'all want to charge us all this money for this dirty ass service. You got trash on the damn bus all the time. You got people tussling and fighting on there, which like I said, it's not nothing of the normal. It's human nature. What people gonna do when you in a certain environment, a certain type of people gonna act a certain kind of way. If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? But we on there, we gotta ride how we ride, and I get it partially. It's your choice because you can't get a car to keep yourself safe in your own environment to ride around. But then it's like, car insurance, gas, et cetera, et cetera. But with SEPTA, you would think that, I'm riding somewhere. Let me not use, I'm going to use the word should. I shouldn't, but I'm going to use the word should. But I'm riding public transportation. I should be protected. That's what you would think in your mind. But then if you think about it in the real effect, even if you were walking, nobody can really protect you. That's what the police is for, and they can't even protect you. If something's gonna happen to you, it's gonna happen to you. But SEPTA is just like so terrible for them to charge us this money, then talk about y'all want to raise prices, like, and then it's like we have this one station called 15th Street, 15th and Market. It's in our downtown area. The downtown area, I'm pretty sure, is like anybody downtown area wherever you live. You got your business stores and all your fancy stores and all that. But 15th Street Station got people shooting up drugs on there, people doing drugs, people passed out, people like just sleeping around everywhere on it. It's like a hub for like messed up people. I'm gonna just say it like that. I ain't gonna put no title on it. Just messed up in life people. You know what I'm saying? And they get on the L's and they sitting there and they doing drugs on the L's in front of the children. They doing drugs on the stuff. You know what I mean? They like some of them on there with like ulcers and abscesses on them, and they like busted open, and they all on the transportation with people. You know what I'm saying? And like I say again, I you can't really expect too much because you're on public transportation. So it's just like you're in the world. So if you know that the SEPTA is that nasty, put on this. But at one time, like put on a mask or put on gloves is what I meant to say. But at one time, SEPTA actually used to be a cool place. They would actually go to the station when you get to the last ride, and somebody would come through and clean up the L. One person would walk through. They would sweep up for every car. They would go sweep through. So you know what I mean, pick up trash. So when the next crowd of people come on, it's time to get on. You want a clean train again. Nowadays, it's not like that. It's just that these people now, they just I don't even see nobody walk through no more. Like when you get to the last stop, I'm not going. I'm not going to throw y'all under the bus like that. It do be sometimes. It do be people walking through, but it's not as often as it used to be. You know what I mean? Now, do I think it's right? No, but in the hindsight of it and the real look of it, it is what it is. Yes, it is what it is. Because again, you're in the world. So you're paying to get on, again, public transportation. Tons of things are going to happen in the public. But my gripe with SEPTA is that y'all want to raise the price for us people that's going back and forth to work or back and forth to, school or wherever somebody's going that has a plan and a plot, opposing to people that's like on drugs and they on there just getting on for free because the driver don't want to deal with them or the driver don't want to argue with them. But a regular person that pays their fare every day, and I didn't see this myself, regular person that pays their fare every day, they forget their fare one time, the driver is literally ready to like cut their head off and fight them because they forgot their 250 that day. But then the next few stops or so, somebody and not in a right mental gets on, and the driver just let them just get on there. You know what I mean? And that's kind of weird to me because it's like, come on, like these people here that's really paying and doing what they got to do, they got to get harassed. But somebody that you think is just like going to snap out and start bugging out, you just like, no, let them go ahead. Like, no, that ain't right, man. So that's my whole gripe with SEPTA. I just think SEPTA, y'all need to do better, man. And I mean, I'm not even going to say it like have security or not security, have cops up there like the SEPTA police, transit police, had them up there because they don't make no situations no better. Because all they do is just come up there and antagonize people. Yeah, somebody might be jumping a thing or whatever, but some of the situations don't be that serious. And they're going to antagonize situations because they're already in a mindset that they're going to have to come deal with people that's going to be belligerent, people that's going to be rebellious. So they already have that in their brain. They don't even think in their brain first to be like, all right, well, today, if somebody come off this way, I'm going to just diffuse it this way. That's never what they do. It's just somebody had a bad day at home. They bring it to work. Then they want to take that out on whoever they bump into. So then they want to start getting, sensitive at the mouth and just start going off, going off. And then the other person, their feelings is getting wrapped into it. So they going off and going off, and then now that's the whole thing. That's all I think that causes. But yeah, man, SEPTA, y'all need to do better, man. Like, y'all need to just like, I don't know, man. I don't know what to say y'all can do, but just like try to keep that joint a little bit more cleaner. Like those hubs that all these people that hang out at and all that, just try to at least like keep it a little bit cleaner or something, and just try to do better, man. But look, I'm a minute left on this joint, man. So I'm about to wrap this up. I ain't gonna talk y'all off too much. Keep it short for now. But man, SEPTA, get y'all stuff together, man. And stop charging people for that nonsense that y'all distributing on there. And for all y'all that listen, man, I appreciate y'all for sliding through, man. Whether you listening to it live, whether you listening to it late, whatever. I appreciate you. It's all love. I thank you. And I'm going to just ask that y'all like, and subscribe to my channel. Follow me, you know what I mean, on Spreaker. You know what I mean? I'm going to post it on my YouTube and stuff like that to get y'all all tapped in. I'm going to put all that information in there later on. But yeah, come get with me, man. Follow me because we're going to have some awesome topics to talk about. We're going to have some awesome things to go through. Any type of current events, man, But I'm going to wrap this up, man. Again, my name Black, and this is the Think Black Podcast. I appreciate y'all for coming through, man. I thank y'all. Y'all stay solid.